Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're just getting started with Power BI and want to master how visuals interact with each other, especially using the CROSSHIGHLIGHT and CROSSFILTER features, then you're in exactly the right place. By the end of this tutorial, you'll not only know how to set up these interactions, but you'll also understand the difference between them and when to use each one to make your reports truly dynamic and insightful. Let's dive right in. First, we'll set up a simple demonstration in Power BI so you can follow along. If you'd like, open up Power BI Desktop and load up a table of sales data. For this walkthrough, all our data is in one table, which keeps things straightforward, but these skills will transfer to more complex reports too. Now, let's start by creating two separate visuals, both bar charts. For the first chart, set the axis to region and the values to sales. This will give you a visual readout of how much each region is contributing to your sales total. Maybe you have north, south, east, and west. Next, for the second chart, set the axis to product and the values again to sales. Here you can see, for example, how much each product, like laptops, mice, and keyboards, is selling across all regions. So now you have two bar charts on your report page, one breaking down sales by region, the other by product. This setup is perfect for seeing the magic of CROSSHIGHLIGHT in action. Now let's talk about CROSSHIGHLIGHT. By default, this is how visuals in Power BI talk to each other on the same page. Watch what happens when you click on, say, the north bar in your region chart. Instantly, over in the product chart, each bar, laptop, mouse, keyboard, shows a highlighted portion. This highlighted section represents sales of each product, but only from the north region. The cool part is that the full bar stays visible, so you can easily compare North's contribution against the total sales for each product. It's like putting a spotlight on a specific part of your data without losing sight of the bigger picture. Don't worry if the highlight looks subtle or you missed it. Sometimes you'll want to adjust the colors for extra clarity. Cross-highlighting happens automatically between visuals based on the data fields they share. It's fantastic for answering questions like, how does this region's sales distribute across our products? Or what happens to product sales if I only consider one region? It keeps everything interactive and gives your viewers powerful insight with a single click. Alright, now let's move on to CROSSFILTER. This one's a bit different because you actually need to go into Power BI's model view. Think of it as the blueprint for how your tables connect behind the scenes. Imagine you had your data split into multiple related tables, maybe a regions table, a products table, and a sales table tying everything together. In this model view, you set up relationships between tables. Here, the key. For each relationship, you can choose the cross-filter direction. Setting it to single means the filter only moves one way. For instance, selecting a region limits what sales you see, but changes in sales might not push back up to limit the available regions. Choosing both means filters flow freely in both directions, which is really powerful if you want something like a slicer to affect both sides of the relationship. Think of it like opening a two-way street versus a one-way road in your data model. In our current demo, since all the data sits in a single table, the effect of cross-filtering isn't dramatic. But if you do split out your data into separate tables, which is common as your models get more complex, you'll definitely need to understand and control the cross-filter direction to get the right interactions and accurate analysis. So just to sum up, Cross-Highlight manages how visuals on the same page talk to each other, making data insights pop interactively. Cross-Filter, on the other hand, is all about setting up how filters move between different tables in your data model. Mastering both gives you the confidence to build do-it-all dashboards in Power BI. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or want to follow up with more advanced use cases. Be sure to subscribe for more Power BI tips and how-tos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.